Yo, what is up, guys? This is FaceSantana.
I'm FaceBooyah. This is FaceJSmooth.
I'm FaZe Swagg, and this is how I spent my first $10,000 playing video games.
Yo, what is up, guys? This is FaceSantana, and this is how I spent my first $10,000 playing video games.
How did you feel when you found out you could make money playing video games?
Obviously, I felt good. I think my first paycheck from Twitch was like $300, and I immediately called my mom and said, yo, Mom, I just got a check for $300 from Twitch, and she was like, oh, cool, cool. I didn't really tell my friends like how much I was making. I think one time I told one of my closest friends, and he was like, dude, there's no way you're making that much. Even like my family told like my cousins like how much I made like in a month. The most I've made in a month from gaming like on Twitch was like 15,000. That's my best month. And when I told like my family, my mom and my dad, they were just like ecstatic, because my mom was like, I don't even make that in 3 months, you know. So it was kind of crazy showing them like what gaming has done for me and what it can potentially grow to. So spending my first 10,000, obviously I didn't spend all of it. I had around $10,000 when I first visited LA for our FaZe Academy, and we had a photo shoot. And I had like no good clothes, so we all went on Rodeo Drive to like a couple stores, and I picked out some shoes and a shirt for our photo shoot. Just some basic stuff, the V-Lone, the blue, with the matching royal blue Jordan 1s.
Kid.
I've only worn these twice. I kind of messed up when I bought them because they're too big for me. So if I wear them more than twice or 3 times, they're gonna start creasing. And I'm honestly not even the biggest Jordan 1 fan. I kind of like hopped on the bandwagon. But that's how I spent my first 10K.
What would you give advice to somebody who's kind of starting to make a little bit of money from playing video games?
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you not to like get what you want. I mean, you've obviously worked to be in the position that you're in. If you make a couple thousand, you know, spoil yourself, spoil your family a little bit. But obviously save money. When it comes to gaming and making money from games, you don't know what you're gonna make the next month. So I mean, spend money smart, but also put money away.
What's going on, guys? I'm FaZeBooyah, and this is how I spent my first 10,000 from playing video games. When I first found out I could make money from playing video games, originally it was just like a part-time thing. I would go to school, do my job, and play video games on the side until it got to a certain point that I could quit my job and do video games as my main job and still go to school, and then eventually got to a point where I just did video games and no school at all. Video games was just the top priority. Yeah, my first check on Twitch was like $330, I think. So it was about the same as what I was making at the pizzeria I was working at. Yeah, when I first got that first check, they were like, you know, okay, you made 300 bucks, but I mean, we're gonna need to see like some more than that if you're gonna especially quit the job. School wasn't even like a question. They were like, yo, you gotta go to school 100%, and 300 bucks is nothing. Like, but quitting the job, they wanted a little bit more than 300 bucks. I could quit the job when I was making like 4 or 5 times what I was making there per month. So when I started rolling like a couple, 2, 3, 4,000 on Twitch a month, and then when it was quitting school, it was like over 10K on Twitch.
So tell me, how did you spend your first 10,000? Tell me about the whole Yeezy situation.
You know, I never had like any crazy shoes, so I thought, you know, Yeezy is like one of the most popular shoes, so I was like, I'll just go buy like 2 or 3 pairs, and then it turns out I wore them like twice and never wore them again. Ended up selling them.
Wow, okay. So you ended up buying something that you had desired, but then realized once you actually had it, you didn't need it.
Yeah, I just stick to the like Nike Air Maxes and stuff, the simple shoes. I still think it's like a good learning point to go spend some of the money, because then you know, like if you don't like that, you know, wait, that was a big chunk of my money and I didn't like spending it on that. So it's kind of like a learning point to not spend it on things that you don't really need. Yeah, saving is a big thing. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to not save and spend stuff on things you like, and then or to find out that you don't actually like it, so you don't need to spend any more money on it.
What's this?
It's for Swagg's video.
Oh yeah. Someone's gonna do it Sunday, but I'm here, so why not, right?
All right, what did you do with your
Hating
first
spots.
10 racks? Tell me.
Ever? Like when I was like 14?
Yeah.
I bought Dr. Dre beats in Pizza Hut. Hella
10
pizza.
racks.
How do you think I got FaZe Rain, bro? Come on.
Ooh, okay. I didn't think about it like that.
No, it definitely wasn't like anything like that. Cause I was like a kid. But do you mean like 10 racks after like I started like doing shit like that?
Yeah, let's do like
when I was actually making live comms, like what equipment, what gamery stuff did I get? Okay,
exactly. Like exclusive items.
A U desk. Those, so you know how there's like L desks? It's like U, so it's around it. So you got set up, and then just computer monitors, shit like that. You know, controllers, all kinds of controllers.
What kind of like just
scuffs? But honestly, they gave me scuffs, so
yeah, that's what
I didn't buy controllers. Actually, I forgot. Maybe not. Yeah, just monitors and shit.
Besides that, anything that like was very like expensive that you liked?
In the beginning, I just spent it.
Hello, what the fuck's wrong with you? God,
love that energy, Macho.
Come on, man, we're directing here.
Nah, I never bought anything like expensive like that. Honestly, to like my car, and I just bought that straight up.
Well, what was that car?
R8. So I went from literally buying just camera stuff and nothing really, maybe Jordan shorts, Jordan shoes, nothing crazy, and then car. Yeah, but we talking about gaming.
How much was your first check?
I don't know. Began checks since I was 14, bro.
You know,
that one was like 2,000. It was like I was making like when I was 14, I was making like 2,000 a month.
What was like your YouTube channel at the time?
Dude, I was selling friend requests.
I remember that.
I was selling friend requests and Sunbox
6 months.
When I was 14 years old, I was like, I don't know how else to make money on this shit. I just wanted to fucking prove to my mom that I could do this shit. So I'm like, shit, gotta hustle. 2 months time. You should have connected the JBL to that and just slid it under my wheelchair.
He sent it to me, he texted it to me, and I knew right away.
Oh, it was 2 upside down. Oh. No, that's why I thought.
And how did your parents feel when they found out you could make money from video games?
Haters, bro. In the beginning, they were haters. I remember in the beginning, I like ran away to forge my own. I had to get my mom to sign my old contract, the machinima one. And I forged her signature, ran away from home doing that shit because she just didn't want to. We argued over that so much. But nah, I was excited that this finally proved to her that you can make money doing this shit. And that's the first thing I did was retire. So it's kind of just to prove a point. Also because I love her, but also just to prove a point. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fuck it. Bonus question. What's the dumbest thing you've ever bought?
Everything. Every car. Everything. Both R8s. I fuck with the McLaren though. That's cool. McLaren. Corvette's cool. That's Al's. The Beamer, actually that's the dumbest one. You're right, that honestly got me thinking. I literally bought my M5 competition and then I left the next month. I have like 800 miles max on that shit. Stupid. Actually so dumb. When I thought I was done doing dumb shit like that, I did something dumb. Like it's still there to sit, chilling, doing nothing. No, that actually is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
What did you do with the first $10,000 you made off playing video games?
First 10K? What did I do with the first 10 racks? Yeah, I got an apartment in downtown Haverhill, which is where I grew up, which is 25 minutes away from Lowell, where Banks grew up. I also lived there for a little bit, but we weren't friends back then. When Banks first joined FaZe, my roommate at the time, I was in like a 2-bedroom apartment, was paying like $1,800 a month, and my roommate at the time moved out, and I hit up Banks and I was like, yo, you should move in. And back then he couldn't even afford it. And I told him, I'm like, yo, don't even stress it, I got you. The next 8 months, we were just working towards getting into a house together, forming the first ever FaZe house in New York. But it was me and Banks off the jump, off the rip, off top.
Damn. Was that when you guys did the FaZe application video?
Yeah. The FaZe application video. Yo, that video is fucking comedy. Put that in the screen or some shit. That video is hilarious, bro.
I remember that.
That was like our first official skit.
Yeah, I remember. I was just like, this is a different type of video that you were making at the time.
Yup.
How did you feel when you found out you could make money playing video games?
Bro, I was fucking stoked when I found out. I was so hyped because I had no idea, like, I really had no idea. And when I found out, like, I think I got referred to, I think it was like Hector from Optic that referred us to Machinima. So shout out to the fucking guy again. That's my big bro, for real. Dog, I lost my mind. Like, I was just, I couldn't believe it. It was like, what? For making videos on the internet of us playing video games, the shit that I do every single day, sign me up. Like, what?
Machinima was paying everybody that was just like,
yeah, Machinima was like the network at the time.
So did you make your first check from Machinima, or was it like sending a friend request?
Yeah, my first check was from Machinima.
Do you remember how much it was?
I don't remember how much it was, to be honest. Maybe like a couple thousand.
What was your reaction like when you first, because at the time when we were kids, that's a lot of fucking money.
Oh no, it was definitely a lot of money. And I remember I would always get shit from my mom for playing the game too much and not like focusing on my schoolwork and shit. And as soon as I got my first paycheck, she never bugged me again. She was just like, You know what I mean? Like that was
Straight
it.
up. What's probably like the dumbest thing you've bought?
Dumbest purchase I ever had. Paying for like a table at a club. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to pay for that shit.
And just to give people context, like how much is like a table at a club?
How much is a table at a club? Well, the one that I paid for, I remember the bill came and it was like 6 racks, bro. I'm not even kidding. It was like 5 to 6 racks. It was so fucking dumb. So stupid. What's the best thing that I've purchased? Honestly, all my gaming shit. Like all my gaming setup and my cameras and shit. Because without the camera, none of this would have happened, you know?
How did you feel when you found out you could make money playing video games?
It was awesome, you know, something that was my hobby. I realized that, you know, you could make money off it, which is always an amazing feeling.
How much was your first check?
My first check was from my YouTube network. I think it was a couple $100. The first check I got was like maybe for like $300 on like some of the Call of Duty clips I was posting.
What did you spend on your first 10 racks from video games?
My first 10 racks. Now the first thing I probably bought, aside from like camera equipment and maybe like some basketball shoes, was like a Nissan Altima, because it was my senior year. I was going on my senior year and I needed a car, so I bought that.
How did your friends and family react when you made money out of video games?
My mom thought that I was doing like I was exposing myself on webcams on online sites for other men and females to watch me. It was a really awkward conversation.
Especially other men.
Yeah, especially other men. It was just an awkward conversation with my mom. She was like, I see you got a webcam, you ordered online, you're down in the basement, you're talking crazy. I'm like, Mom, I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm posting Call of Duty videos. She's like, yeah, right. It was a difficult conversation. My friends, I only really had like 2, maybe 3 friends back then, and maybe only like 1 or 2 of them knew what I was doing, and they just thought it was cool, you know? They were super supportive.
Can we give them some bonus questions? Dumbest shit you ever bought?
Dumbest shit I ever bought. But I definitely like was bored one day and like went to the mall. Went to Brookstone and I sat in this chair and I spent like $3,000 on it. And they shipped it to my house as a massage chair.
What's going on? I'm FaZe Swagg, and this is how I spent my first $10,000 playing video games. Yeah, so I found out that you can make money playing video games through some of my gaming friends. They were posting like Call of Duty clips back on Modern Warfare 3 on YouTube. They were telling me how they were making money. You know, it wasn't anything crazy. Like they were saying like it was like gas money or something like that, but still making money playing video games sounds dope. So that's when I kind of got into it. I just started uploading videos and it wasn't really so much about the money because I was making literally nothing, so I didn't really worry about it. But I just thought it was cool, and it was always just something to strive for, you know? I'm different from most of the guys. A lot of them got their first money from Twitch. I started doing YouTube videos before I started streaming on Twitch. So my first check was $2 from YouTube AdSense. I remember I got it in college and I showed my friend, and I pulled it out and I took it. I went to McDonald's and bought 2 McDoubles with it. I vividly remember that. So that's what I did with my first check. I was getting like, I don't even know how many, like 100 views a video or something. All my friends, like I had a lot of gaming friends and stuff like that, so they already knew what the deal was. My college friends were kind of like, they thought it was kind of cool, but it was really nothing at the time. But once I started making pretty good money, like my mom started just kind of being more lenient in my time and playing video games. My mom and dad weren't together at the time, so it was more so just my mom. My dad was still trying to have me focus on basketball. So what I spent my first 10K playing video games on, I'm an idiot. So I listened to my friends. My gaming friends were really hype beasts at the time, and I went to the mall. I bought Balenciaga Speedrunners because they were the cool thing back then. What do you want? What do you? And the next thing I bought was this Gucci messenger bag. I wore it once and got cooked, and I didn't wear it for like 2 or 3 years, and now I'm starting to wear it again. But yeah, I wore it legit once, and then I stopped wearing it. Same thing. I bought also this Gucci hoodie. Gucci was really cool back then. I guess it was like the wave, and I bought this hoodie. I wore it once, never wore it again. I just pulled this out of the depths of my closet. So that, and then I put like a little down payment on a car. Any advice I would give is don't be an idiot like me. I wore the Balenciagas more than anything, but 2 of the things I bought, I barely even wore. So I think definitely just save. I'd say pick one. Pick one thing that you really wanted to buy, but you never really had money to. Buy that thing, and if you're satisfied with it, then keep it moving. But you really it's a learning process, kind of like how Booya said. So I think the biggest thing is buy things that you'll use on a daily basis, like a car, the stuff like that you use every single day.
Hey guys, what's up? This is FaceJSmooth, and this is how I spent my first $10,000 playing video games. I mean, how I felt about making money on video games, I mean, I always knew because of Swag and, you know, us growing up together, seeing just like the opportunities you could get from making money. So money was cool to make off of it. I just kind of wanted to make content, and then the money behind it was just like a bonus. So it was dope. My first actual check on Twitch, it took forever to get, but I literally made, the threshold was like $100 minimum. So I made like $102 while I was in college. So I spent it on food, for sure. My mom and dad still kind of were understanding, but they didn't really know. They also knew just from Chris and seeing like his success and seeing them like on Facebook, stuff like that, you can do that. So they were until they started seeing me really make money, they were kind of shaky about it. Well, my first 10K playing video games, as you see these shoes here, I bought, we got a plug, shout out to my boy J Turbo. So one of the first things I actually bought were these Yeezy Boosts. I actually went to a store in Arizona, and they knew who I was, so that was cool. So they gave me like a little discount on these. They gave me like $60 off. So I bought these Yeezys. I think they were like, I paid like $420 for these. And then I also bought these 11 lows for I believe $220. And then I bought these University 4s, which I actually love, for like $220 as well. I actually bought me a new phone. I had an iPhone 4S for like 6 years. And it was just a rinky-dink phone. So I was just like, forget it, I'm gonna get the newest phone. So I got me a new iPhone 12 and a PC. I bought me a new gaming PC that was like around like $3,000. I gave my brother some bread. My mom and dad were not like, we weren't in the same city, but when I did see them, I did pay for dinner. So that was nice. Obviously, you know, don't live above your means, be safe. My biggest problem for me personally is trying to save better as well. Definitely save, but there's never a problem to go spoil yourself, but this stuff like this, a phone, whatever, it will be here. Like no matter what, it's not gonna go nowhere. You can buy your new shoes, your new clothes, no matter what, but save, but then also invest in yourself. So if you are a gamer and you actually need a new PC, you actually need a new headset, you actually need a new controller, invest in yourself. But then on the side, make sure you're always safe. So right here, this is my first car that I've ever bought. This is a Honda Civic Sport. I believe this is a 2020. It's a little dirty, but I actually had a Honda Civic before, but it actually got totaled. So, and that was under my parents, so shout out to my mom and dad.
Honda Civic gang.
And so they bought my first one. It was a 2019 Honda Civic. It was gray. So I wanted a little something different. I wanted something a little faster, but actually I love the Civics. It was great on gas, especially now living in LA. Gas is OD expensive, so I don't have to like pay a lot. And then it's just a very, very reliable car. I enjoy it actually a lot. So yeah, I didn't want something crazy, something big, just something like this that's nice and reliable. But the next car, we make it a little something crazy.
What's your dream? What's the car you want to get?
So the car that I like low-key really want to get, but it's very expensive, is a Mercedes AMG GTS 6.3. But that's a very, very expensive car. It's a 4-door coupe. But I'll probably get another Benz. I want to try to look into the Benz life. Who knows? We'll see. A lot of hoop dreams. A lot of work. A lot more work we can put in though. Let's slide to the next car though. Let's go to the boy from Texas, D. Okay. You want to tell me about your car, my boy?
I've had a couple cars throughout my years. First was, I had a Honda SUV. Then I got into a Mazda 3, and then I upgraded to my Dodge Challenger V8 Hemi. I got this about like 7 months ago. It only has like 7,000 miles. I hardly drive it, but I obviously keep it clean. You just gotta walk. I am looking for something else. I want to sell this car, and I've been telling Chris I wanted to take over payments because I know he wants to get something else as well. But I'm not gonna spoil that. But this is my car as of right now.
So what's your dream car?
Sometimes I want a new Mercedes, or sometimes I want a BMW M3. But
can't go nothing wrong with that one.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
I inspire them for the cars.
I could say a Black Series AMG.
Hey.
But
that's my shit.
We're gonna go to Swag's first car. As you guys know, me and him been rocking together since we were 14. My dad actually had this car.
So I always drove my mom's car, and then when I finally got a little bit of money, I finally bought
the car, and like I said, it was inspired by Jay's pops, and it was the Chrysler 300.
Papa Smooth in the building.
Yeah, so this is my first car that I bought, was a 300 black on black. It was mad clean. It wasn't that much. It was like 16K or something like that. I think if you were to make money off video games, I think one of the best things you can do, especially if you're young, is get yourself a car if you don't already have one. That's probably the best thing advice I can give. You can drive it every day, and you know, I think you're spending money on things that you use consistently all the time.
And also, just like more adults in life, you get payments on it, you credit up, all the other stuff that, you know, your parents stuff to teach you. So like stuff like that they don't teach you, you should learn. Make sure you pay your payments on time, but getting something like this would be great. So you want that bigger, nicer car, that dream car, you can do it by starting right there. We'll talk.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You saw not just us, but other FaZe members talk about how much money they made and what they spent it on when they're first playing video games. And if you guys want more videos like this, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.